Hello. Alright, today we're gonna try to get into inducements and all that other great stuff, you know. But alright, I'm trying to talk about this and explain my mindset around this stuff. So when I look at inducements is a leg with a lot of build up. So like it could be, say this is, from this high, let's just say whatever, from here to here, whatever. Let's just say there's a lot of buildup within, but then that leg, what I mean by buildup is consistent, lows respected, double highs formed, break through the high with speed, and then continue to respect the lows, stuff like that. I like to call those inducement legs, or whatever you want to call them, whatever. Why this is inducement? Because obviously you can see on a lower time frame, this is obvious an uptrend. People are buying, and that means there's a lot of liquidity within this leg. Now, if we come down, right, and we sweep out, so we just sweep out this leg, that becomes a medium inducement. And what a medium inducement is simply a stronger inducement. For beginners, and a regular inducement is just any leg that gets broke. That's an inducement. Any leg that gets broke is an inducement, quote unquote, break the structure. So the leg is broke, that's an inducement. Now in this case, a leg that just got broke, but what was inside the leg is what made it a medium inducement. Because what do? Where we have liquidity, we have liquidity here, we have liquidity here, we have liquidity here, and this is overall at the lower time frame trend build up. So when we go down, stuff like that, take out the low, and if we take it out with speed, who is that inducing? It's inducing sellers. It's inducing people to sell and say this is a flip of a trend. Now it's a downtrend. Now what do we have? We have the same respected highs, lows, break out the lows, speed. Who's induced? People are selling. This is a downtrend to them. People are looking for sales, which what overall builds up liquidity. Same stuff over and over again. So that's how I look at inducement, and how I apply it. Hold on. Also, yeah. So this becomes, even if on a high time frame, this is just one leg, right, from here to the bottom, right, one leg, whatever. If we go and sweep out, like if on high time frame, it's gonna look like we just swept out a high, but it was within that leg. It was called what they like to say the liquidity sweep. And then we see lower, whatever. I'm just kind of freestyling this whole thing, really. But let me just show you some examples, or try to show you some examples. What I mean by this, I'm just gonna do a draw liquidity way. I'm not gonna try to take my entry, but let me just show you how you can find a draw liquidity pretty easily based off of this concept. So what do we have? So any high and low token, any swing high, swing low token is automatically an inducement. Let's get that straight up. Whatever. Session highs and session lows are automatically medium inducements because it's just in the session, whatever. It just tends to have more reaction, so that's automatically. So what do we do within this overall area? Right, what do we do? Like, see, downtrend, building up. And what do we do? We're just in a downtrend, consistently respecting highs, pushing down with speed, double lows, busting down at double lows, and then what happens here? We break past this whole leg with speed. Now it's induced. Buyers are induced. Let's continue to play it. Sellers are now induced right now because speed, right? Speed. Okay, what is this? Inducement, a medium inducement. Why is this medium inducement? Session low, and also within this area, within that area, we build it up with speed. Or it's actually this, right? Yeah. Within this leg, we built up with speed, so those see sellers been induced. We have a sweep, another break. Now, what do they strong liquidity? This high. Hold on, another break, another whatever, and then look to the left, see what's the ending point. These double lows get taken out, liquidity swept. Now this may be flipping the trend on the lower time frame. Anybody's looking to sell, maybe whatever. What you do? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. There's no way just looking for buys. What do we have again? Take out this leg, super lower speed. Now this is a previous day low. That's a medium inducement. Didn't get into that, but still, previous day is the medium inducement. And take out the lower speed, low gain with speed. Now what do we have? Whatever. You can place your whatever right here, and instantly know that you can target that if it pulls back, which in this case does not pull back. Okay, and then now as you can see, we go for the high as well. So whatever. So previous day low, previous day leg swept. What do we do with? We did it with a lot of speed, like a lot of. Let me stop. Yeah, a lot of speed, right? Did it with a lot of speed. What was we doing? Build up. Hold on, what was we doing? Respecting the highs. Each high respected, high respected, high respected. Broke through this with speed. Highs respected, broke to this with speed. Moves over on deuce. People downtrend sellers on deuce. What do we have? Medium induce. Okay, not that. Hold on, that's actually way harder. Medium inducement, medium inducement. Also with what? Speed. What do we do? Take this all out. Liquidity going up to the highs. Let's try to get another example. Alright, so now we have liquidity taken out. What are we doing with speed? Let's continue. Alright, let's continue. Okay, a lot of whatever, so now took out the low. What do we do with speed and all that stuff? Continue on. Now where's the stopping point? Possibly. See now, okay, so also what I want to talk about is trend reversal or trend end of the trend. How you know a trend is ended and how can you expect when a trend can be ended is when we take out a significant high or low. And that significant high could be a form of double highs, whatever. So let's say this is double highs right here, right? And we build up whatever. Yeah, we can have medium inducements, right? Speed and all that stuff. But where you really can expect something to flip is when we have a takeout of previous liquidity. Like right here. previous liquidity taken out, and that's when you can expect the trend to flip. Say we're no longer going, and then yeah, look for trades in the opposite area. So now look, we're doing it with speed. Alright, now we induced or whatever. We have double lows. What do we do? Produce this leg. What does this leg produce? A lot of speed. Alright. About this leg was also a lot of speed. So now who's induced overall? Hold on. Who's induced overall? Buyers. Buyers are overall induced. So what do we do? Kind of just stall, you know, typical thing. What happens? Any sessions kind of just stall. Nothing really runs too cleanly, depending or whatever. Yeah, so at this point now, and it's so important to look at recent legs, like what am I talking about? What's the word? Present legs. Yeah, it's important because yes, this is liquidity to the left, but as you can see, what are we doing though? In this previous leg, who's actually induced? Because that's in the recent legs, in the present legs is where liquidity actually lies at, quote unquote. That's where sellers are looking at the market. Nobody's looking at the area from here no more. Most are just looking at the quote unquote downtrend. So now what do we have? A medium inducement, because whatever. What do we have in this leg? Highs respected, build up in this leg. What do we do? Take that out with speed. It's hot in my room. Jeez Louise. We take that out with speed. Oh yeah, session highs, double, whatever. And now, what do we do? Take out that. Sellers induced. Will this become SMT? Anybody selling from there? We have double high. Double highs right here, double highs right there. Sellers are induced. We get a break of that. Or we have medium inducement right here. We can either respect it or whatever. I'm fine with taking a trade from anywhere. Yeah, so now drop down to the 1 minute. All we wait for is in supply with imbalance. So in that case, we got the supply with imbalance. See, it's too late though. Quote unquote. Oh, let's see. Oh, never mind. What are we doing? Doing it with speed. Let's start with the low. Let me see how that plays out. We do good tapping. As you see, oh, what are we doing? Building up. That's within lows. What do we do? Breaking out of this with what speed? So no induced sellers. And then we actually go for TP after we took out the low. So yeah, and now we possibly could continue to go up. Yeah, it's like all the same stuff, bro. Yeah, that's what you really want to be looking for, bro. So I'm gonna emphasize this, because trend is not your friend. Trend is actually just a buildup of liquidity, build up of your money to take you out at a point where you won't even see. So what do we have? Everything I just talked about, all the buildups in these legs, sellers, simply downtrend. What do we do? Come down with speed. Come down with speed. Create double highs, right? Create double highs. All this stuff was a buildup. This to tap into this supply with imbalance. But when they're looking at, they're only looking at this overall area. They're overall looking at this overall area. They're not looking at anything from the left. They're looking at, okay, it's just a downtrend, whatever, we're looking for sales. So that's why when you see that we had this build up right here, and they're like, okay, it's a downtrend, whatever, and see it as break with speed, guess what we're going to do? Selling, stop at this high, stop loss at this high, stop at these highs. or whatever, we just instantly take all those out. We take out the swing traders right here, whatever, looking for long. But yeah, but I'm gonna say look at it as trying to take out everybody's stop loss. Don't look at it like that. Just look at it as a system. You know, everything I'm talking about, look at it as a system. Don't look at it as little stop losses, because you start looking at little top losses, you're literally gonna be trying to predict everybody's stop loss, which can lead you to freaking headaches. I'll do that. Just look at the build-ups, see how it takes out the build-ups. There's no sells are induced. Don't try to predict the stop losses where this at. So look at the build-up, look at the breaks, look at who's induced, and then trade against that. Let's see your results like this with a lot of speed. So who's induced in this leg? Buyers. Who's gonna be most likely getting trapped? The buyers. What are we looking for then? Sells. Just keeping up. Yeah.